Hello and welcome to Moon Magic. I am Tracy Hawkner with Eye of Horus.
This is Heather Rowan Robbins, astrologer, here at the Eye of Horus, our lively bookstore. You may hear people wandering around behind us in the background.
The joys of recording from a real live store.
And we're here to talk about the moon through the full and new phases in this particular series of full and new moons, so that you get to work with it, learn to notice the astrology of the moment and how to work with it in a magical, intuitive way.
I believe we have a full moon coming up next, yeah?
We do, and this is an interesting full moon. It'll be on February 3rd, just about sunset, just as the sun is setting. The moon and Jupiter conjunct in Leo will be rising. And this is every full moon has an interesting dichotomy. It highlights the difference between our interior world and our conscious agreed upon reality. There's the full moon, the moon lighting up the interior and the sun lighting up consciousness. And this one with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Leo highlights the place where we might feel tension between our heart, our inner world, what we love, and our community relationships, what's fair to others. Find that balance between our need to shine and our need to be part of a community. And so think about that, where you might feel that tension, and where it can be actually that when you shine, you benefit your community. A teacher needs to shine with that Leo quality to keep your attention for the sake of the whole. Every major politician, every spiritual leader, the ability to shine, and for not because I need attention, but because I need to share with you something. Think about your gift. What do you have to share?
And I think that's one of the big heart chakra concerns with this particular full moon, with this little dichotomy going on, is how to be confident, having one's self-esteem at the level where it's supposed to be, so that we're not feeling overly needy or graspy, because we can sometimes tip over into that direction, but to be confident and radiant, so that we are glowing and pulling together our community in that manner.
And this full moon will be right before Mercury was still retrograde. Mercury is retrograde through February 11th. And it is at a very dreamy time. I'm going to talk about this on the new moon as well. It's a very dreamy time with Venus and Mars and Neptune all in Pisces. Mercury retrograde we might be still dealing with some problems of understanding. You know, Mercury retrograde basics. Mercury retrogrades for 3 weeks, 3 times a year. Confirm all reservations. If you feel tension between you and others, make sure that, assume it's a misunderstanding and go back and straighten out the communication and see how you can work that through. And we might be feeling in a drifting and dreaming and interior quality to that. And it's nice to kind of drift and dream into the romance of Valentine's Day, which was pre-Valentine, its long-standing holiday of the theory of love. It's, I think that I should be in love, you know, and that's one of the problems with Valentine's Day, is it can feel like great pressure to be, in quotes, in love. But I always thought, as a Valentine's holiday, as a kid, when we gave out Valentines to everybody in our class, really lives out the Neptune, the beauty of an Aquarian holiday. But how would you people work with their hearts?
Just a little drop of shielding at this time, so that we're not being a little too open. I mean, when we're talking about Aquarian energy, this is our entire society around us and those concerns. So myrrh is one of my favorite ingredients for a little extra bump in the shielding, just to make sure we're not absorbing too much or taking on other people's weird expectations and things. Make sure it's coming from an internal source. Which brings us into frankincense. Myrrh and frankincense are such a classic blend and perfect for this sort of time.
So that is to bring it to the heart. See, how can you love all sentient beings? How can you love all the people on the path? And see if you can take it away from that personal high expectation dynamic of Valentine's Day and make it more a generosity of the heart. Shield yourself from other people's expectations as well, so it can be a real generosity.
Now, isn't this also very close to Imbolc or Candlemas,
February
Groundhog's
2nd.
Day? Yes, and I think this is a very classic time for divination as well.
It is. It's the animal augury weekend, and we now, the remnants of which are now left over in Groundhog Day, when we try to divine in a most humorous way, strange way, poor groundhog, and about whether or not the winter is going to become. But it's a good time to do that with all these Neptunian planets and Mercury retrograde, the many layers of animal augury. So really notice that weekend of Groundhog's Day and the February 3rd full moon, what animals you see, what animals drift through your dreams. Do you see a raven in the morning? Do you dream of bear? Think about those. Do some research on the nature of power animals and animals as symbols and the medicine that they bring, and see if that can work through your dreams and help you in this intuitive interior time before our very busy spring. Do you have any books that you particularly like about animal augury?
Yes, actually. Ted Andrews has one called Animals Speak, which is very nice. There's also Sam's, what is it? Jamie Sam's has the medicine cards.
Those are lovely.
The cards are fantastic, but the book itself, the book that comes with, if you're dreaming for some reason about rabbit, what? Why? Go look it up. It's just a fantastic
I agree.
book.
And that use that to notice your dreams and notice the animals that you see that weekend. So thank you from the Eye of Horus. We would hope that you come and use the Eye of Horus as a wonderful place to explore all of your intuitive, spiritual, metaphysical curiosities. Come on down. There's usually good conversation and a chance to explore where your curiosity takes you next. Thank you.
Find us anytime at eyeofhorus.biz.